Hello friends, I welcome you all to Nandip Academy's Hindu column analysis. Today we are going to analyze two columns from the Hindu dated 8th December 2020. The first column that we would be analyzing is Transparency is Vital. Let's first understand the context in which this article has been written and why this article has been written. As you are aware, with the corona pandemic taking a toll on the lives of people along with the livelihood of people and the economy and the nation and the world, developing a vaccine has been of utmost importance. And in this context, this article has been written. So while we are developing a vaccine, while the companies are manufacturing a vaccine, it is very important that a transparency is initiated into the process right from the stage of development to the stage where it is administered to the people, because this is directly related to the lives of people. So this is the column, that is Transparency is Vital. The article talks about Pfizer, which is an American multinational pharmaceutical corporation, which is considered one of the largest companies in America in the pharmaceutical category. It has developed a vaccine that is called mRNA, and this vaccine, it utilizes a message that is sent with the messenger cells to develop an antibody against the virus, and in this manner it is trying to treat the COVID patients. The second is the Serum Institute of India, developed by the Serum Institute of India along with Oxford University and AstraZeneca. The vaccine that these have developed is Covishield, and AstraZeneca, on behalf of Serum Institute of India, is actually carrying out the trials of this vaccine. It has successfully carried out the trials in UK and Brazil. The trials are still to be carried out successfully in India. So where does the issue of transparency arise? The issue of transparency arises in the role that the regulatory bodies have to play. Because of the manner in which the virus has come up, of this COVID virus that it has come up, the manner in which it has taken a heavy toll on the lives of people, and the manner in which there has been a great loss. Because of all these, the regulatory body has fastened the procedure of giving approvals to the development of this vaccine, and in some cases the approval has been given in less than a year. In contrast to this, a survey that has been carried out in India by the London-based Vaccine Confidence Project, it states that 87% of the population has an intention of getting vaccinated. 34% are worried about the side effects. 16% of the population is worried about the fast moving when it comes to the trials procedure. If a vaccine is to be administered, that fear should not be there in the mind of the people. When we talk of the Food and the Drug Administration in America, this administration requires a 50% efficacy when it comes to development of a vaccine. Along with it, it also requires a median follow-up of at least 2 months after completion of full vaccine regimen for emergency approval. When it comes to India, it looks like as if all these protocols have been thrown to the wind, and therefore the challenge of transparency is essential in the entire process. Safety of citizens is of utmost importance, and the role of all the stakeholders, right from the stage when the vaccine is developed to the stage when the trials are carried out, and to the stage when it is administered by the medical and the paramedical staff to the people. All the stakeholders involved in all the processes are to play a responsible role, because what is at stake is the life of the people, and this cannot be any cost compromised, and therefore transparency is essential at every stage. Let's move on to the next article, that is rebuilding from debris. Let's understand this context in which this article has been written. This article has been written from the context of the recently concluded elections in America, where Joe Biden has won the presidential elections and has been declared as the 46th president of the United States of America. With his election has also come the end of the Trump regime. In this article, we are going to see what are the challenges that lie ahead on his journey as he stays there as the president. The first thing he has to do is he has to undo whatever damage has been done when Donald Trump was in power. That is the first and the foremost challenge. The second challenge is to reduce the polarization that has creeped into American politics, and this has actually polluted the political atmosphere that is there in America. On the domestic uh, front, his agenda would be to control the COVID pandemic catastrophe in terms of uh, reducing the fatalities which have been caused because of this pandemic in America, as America has noted the most COVID cases globally, and also the fatality rate is very high. So it is important for this new administration to control this. And the second, an equally important challenge on the domestic front is going to be handling the economy. Now, handling the economy is vital from three contexts, and the three contexts are: first, the US economy requires a stimulus package if it has to come back to its normal way after the COVID pandemic. The second is to kickstart the job market, and the third is to restart business. All this is going to require smart handling on the part of Joe Biden administration. On the international front, the main challenge that faces this new government is going to be to rejoin the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate Change Agreement. Apart from the international and the domestic front challenges, it also faces other challenges which include the immigration reform. As you're all aware, the Trump administration had put a lot of restrictions on the online courses as well as on the visas and the green cards. So Joe Biden administration has to look into lifting the restrictions which have been put by Trump on the issuance of new skilled worker visas and green cards, and and there has to be an end to the restriction on the number of students at the universities who are offering mainly online courses. So this is going to be another challenge. And the third issue that the new government is required to look into is that of family separation at the US southern border. Uh, it will come to a halt because of the policy that was followed in the Obama years, that is catch and release, because of which family separation is going to end. And to conclude this article, um, with the Joe Biden administration, and it is looked at as an end to the Trumpist isolationism which had existed for so many years, and it would be a responsibility on Joe Biden and his people to build bipartisan consensus so that the polarization which has developed in America so far would come to an end.